Hey friends, my name is Alex, and today we will be going through a quick, gentle flow to open through the heart space. So lots of heart openers today. You don't need any props, so no blocks or straps or anything, just yourself, a mat, and we'll just get started in a comfortable seated position in Sukhasana, for our easy sitting pose. Let's bring our hands to our knees. You can close your eyes or take a soft gaze. Lean your chest a little bit forward, and then lean your chest backwards. And then see if you can stack your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Find the length through the spine. And then bring your elbows back towards your sides and behind you just a tad. This just helps to open up through the shoulders. Start to arrive, come onto your mat. Let go of everything else, or try your best to. Bring the attention to your breath. Notice the expanse of your chest on the inhale. And everything falls on the exhale. The shoulders relax, the jaw relaxes, the eyebrows soften. Inhale, belly rises. And then your hips sink down and are supported by the surface underneath you. Visualize your breath coming in through your nose, making its way down through your throat, filling up your heart space, and then moving down into the ribs and the lungs. On your exhale, it comes all the way back up through the heart, the throat, out through the nose. And inhale, big breath in, fill up through the belly. And then exhale through your nose. One more time, big inhale. This time, exhale through your mouth. And then you can open the eyes. We'll make our way into a tabletop position. Here in tabletop, stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. If you look back, make sure you don't see your feet. Your feet are tracking right back behind your knees. On the inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Shine your heart space forward. Exhale, round the back, tuck your chin to your chest. Look back at your legs. Inhale, cow. Imagine you have a big circular little flashlight on your chest. That green light is shining forward here, opening through the shoulders, opening through the chest. Exhale, cat. Push through the palms, round through the shoulders. Look back at your legs. Inhale, cow. Open the chest. Bring the shoulder blades together behind you. And exhale, cat. 2 more cycles. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, shine that green light forward. And then exhale, cat. Return to your flat back position here in your downward, or in your tabletop, excuse me. And then inhale, lift your right arm to the sky. Open your chest to the right. And we're gonna flow here a little bit in this tabletop. So exhale, thread the needle, bring your right arm underneath the left. Touch your right temple and cheek down to the mat. And then inhale, extend your right arm back to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle. Touch your right temple down. Inhale, reach your right arm high. One more time, exhale, thread the needle. And then inhale, right arm to the sky. And exhale, tabletop. Let's switch sides. Inhale the left arm to the sky. Maybe you can take your gaze with you. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes underneath the right. Touch your left cheek to the mat. And then inhale, push back up. Exhale, thread the needle. Touch your temple and cheek to the mat. Inhale, rise up. One more time. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale for your tabletop position. Walk your knees out to the edge of your mat. Kiss your big toes. Sink your hips over your heels. Walk your hands out for child's pose. Bring your forehead to your mat. And then find movement here. Sway your hips from side to side. Roll your forehead from right to left. Allow your belly to relax in between your legs. Bring your heart space towards the mat. Relax your forehead. Find some stillness now. As you inhale, the belly expands. As you exhale, the belly contracts. Take an inhale. Exhale, sigh through your mouth. And then inhale, come up to your tabletop position. And then walk your knees back a little bit behind you. Walk your hands a little forward. And then bring your shoulders over your wrists as you drop your hips down towards the mat. You can tuck through your toes. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lower down to your belly. In one unit, elbows graze your sides. Flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, push through your palms. Lift your chest, shine your flashlight forward. Bring your elbows together and back. And then the gaze isn't up here or down, but it's out and down, keeping length through the back of the neck. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. And then exhale, lower down. Touch your chin to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. And then exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, baby cobra, elbows are in and tracking back. Exhale, lower down. And then inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. And then exhale, straighten through the arms, bend the knees, child's pose. Relax through your arms here. Come back to your breath. Notice where your mind is. Has it wandered off onto things you need to do later or things you've done this morning? Know that it's totally normal if it has, but we're just working on bringing it back to the present moment, being with ourselves just as we are in this exact moment. Take an inhale. Exhale through your mouth. And then inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we're going to extend our right arm out in front of us. Engage through the core, send your belly up towards your spine. You could stay here or see if you can lift the left leg off of the mat. So flexing through the left foot, pushing through the right knee and the left hand. And then bring the right arm all the way back and see if you can grab for the top of your left foot, this time pointing the left foot. So if you can't reach, just reach as if you were going to. It's okay if they don't touch. But if they are touching, actively kick your left foot back and then open your chest up to the right. Big chest opener here. Kind of the same position as we were in tabletop, opening our chest up to the right, up to the sky. Take an inhale. And then exhale, slowly return your left knee to the mat and then your right hand. Let's readjust through the spine. So inhale, cow, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat. round through the back, push through the palm. And then return to a flat back. Let's work on our other side. Left arm comes out in front. Find your balance here. And then lift the right knee off of the mat, flexing through the right foot. Finding your balance, super strong. As you're ready, bring your left arm all the way across and behind you, reaching for the left or the right foot. If so, maybe you can reach there. Find a hold on the top of your foot. Kick your right foot away from you, engaging through the core here, opening up through the chest. Oop, little wobbling. That's all right. One more inhale. And then exhale, release the right knee to the mat. And then your left hand. Take a cow on the inhale. On the exhale, a cat. Beautiful. Then we're going to walk the knees back a little bit. Come down onto the forearms. And then walk the hands out further for puppy pose. And then drop your forehead down to the mat. So here, hips are stacked over the knees. Big opening through the chest and the shoulders. Breathing here. Working past your mind here. If this doesn't feel good, you can back off. But if it just feels a little bit uncomfortable, maybe work through that a bit. Use your breath. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly come up. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders for your tabletop position. And then exhale, drop your hips back on your heels for a narrow child's pose so legs are together here. Bring the forehead to the mat and then walk your hands behind you, palms face up. Reconnect with your center. Reconnect with your breath and your heart space. Practice self-compassion, empathy, love, joy for yourself and those around you. Take an inhale. Exhale through your mouth, sigh it out. And then walk your hands up towards your face. Push your chest up. We'll walk our hands out a little bit. Come off of your heels, tuck through the toes, and then send your hips back onto your heels. So big opening through the backs of the legs here. And then if you can, walk your hands up and see maybe if you can just lift your chest up, shoulders over hips, working through the backs of the toes here. If this is way too much, no worries. You could just flip to the tops of your feet. Close your eyes here. Take an inhale. And then exhale. And then slowly come on up to a kneeling position. Knees are about hip distance apart. Come into your mountain pose. Strong through your thighs, your core. Shine your palms forward. Tuck your chin a little bit towards your chest. And then inhale, swoop your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, sun circle the arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart space. One more time, inhale, arms to the sky. And then exhale, your hands to your heart. Beautiful. Keeping your knees where they are, we'll interlace our fingers behind us, or you could grab for opposite elbows. See if you can interlace through the fingers. And then on the inhale, draw your hands down towards the mat. Send your hips forward. Send your chest to the sky. Gaze can either be in front of you or up towards the sky. Keep breathing here. Energetically pulling down as you push up through the chest. Shine that green flashlight up towards the sky. One more inhale. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Bring your hands in front of you. Narrow child's pose. Hips come over the heels. Walk your hands in front of you. Little counter stretch here. Breathe into your back body. Fill up. Notice any sensations. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Sink your hips towards the left. Inhale, return to center. And then exhale, your hands to the left. Sink your hips to the right. Inhale, hands come forward. And then exhale, walk your hands towards your knees. Sit back up onto your knees. If it's getting to be a little bit too much on your knees, feel free to fold your mat over or find a blanket. You could just pause the video. We'll go into one more camel variation here. So interlace the fingers behind the back. When you're ready, inhale, draw the hands down, lift the chest, push the hips forward. Gaze is either up or in front. Breathe through it here. Send the breath through to your chest, your belly, your back body. Inhale. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Come down onto your hands. Take an inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Hold your cat here for a moment. So push into your palms. Really broaden through the shoulder blades. Chin is tucked into your chest. Take a few breaths here, just finding length, width, space through your back. Rock your hips from right to left. And then inhale, cow. Lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And exhale, cat. Return to tabletop. And this time we'll walk the knees back a little bit again behind the hips. Walk the hands out a tad. Shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Drop the knees down towards the mat. Here you could stay right here, or maybe see what it feels like to tuck the toes. Lift the knees off of the mat for a high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the knees back down to the mat. Take an inhale, flip to the tops of your feet. And then exhale, lower down slowly as one unit onto the belly. And then walk your hands out to the top of your mat. Legs can be about hip distance apart. Tops of the feet are actively pressing down into the mat. Come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, push through the fingertips. Lift the chest, shine your flashlight forward. Try to not squeeze through your glutes so much. And then exhale, lower down. Elbows can be wide this time. Inhale, find your length through the spine, through the chest. Open your shoulders, gaze is forward. Exhale, lower down. Touch your chin to the mat. One more time. Inhale, lift the chest. Send the chest forward. Gaze goes up. And then exhale, lower down. Bring your right cheek to the mat. Bring your hands to your sides. Bend through the knees and then windshield wiper the legs. Toes can be pointed or flexed here. Come back into your breath, your body. Come back into the present moment. And then return the tops of the feet to the mat. Again, hands come out to the top edges of your mat, onto your fingertips. We'll do a few more this time. Push through the fingertips, lift the chest. See if you can straighten through the arms and then take your gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower down, chin to the mat. Inhale, take your gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale, lower down. One more each side. Inhale, lift, gaze over your right shoulder. Actively push the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, gaze over your left shoulder. Exhale, lower down. Left cheek comes to the mat. Hands to the sides, palms face up. This time bring your big toes to touch and then let your heels fall out to the side. Completely relax, let go. Tune in with yourself once more. Let's get out of our heads and come into our heart. Lots of love here for ourselves, for those around us, and even for those that we don't know. And then bring your chin to the mat. Hands come underneath the shoulders, elbows squeeze back towards the back of your space. Inhale, baby cobra. Maybe even finding a bigger cobra this time. Tucking the chin towards the chest a tad. And then exhale, tuck the toes, push back, child's pose. Relax through the arms. Release your forehead onto the mat. Your belly releases gently in between your legs. Big breath in. And big breath out. On your next inhale, rise up to tabletop position. And then make your way onto your back. Taking your time and getting there. We'll keep our knees bent here. Bottoms of the feet on the mat. Hands come to the sides, palms face down. So walk your feet back towards your glutes as much as you can. Maybe even grazing the heels with the fingertips. If you look, you want your knees to be right over your hips so knees aren't coming in or going out. Toes tracking forward. Let's do bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips to the sky. Gaze is up as well. Breathing. Lots of space here between the chest and the chin. If anything, the chest is coming towards the chin, not chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. If at any point you need to come down, that's okay. 1 more breath. On your exhale, release your hips to the mat. And then hug your knees into your chest. Rock from right to left. Here you can hold on the outsides of your knees or hug for behind your knees. And then release your feet down to the mat. We'll do 1 more bridge pose. So as you're ready, inhale, lift your hips. Lift your gaze. And see if you can walk your shoulders underneath you, really broadening through your chest space, shining your flashlight up and onward. And then maybe you can interlace your hands below your back. Breathe here. 1 more breath in. On your exhale, unwind through the fingers, walk your shoulders out, bring your hips to the mat. And then walk your feet out towards the edge of your space and dock your knees in. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Simply be, instead of worrying about doing or striving, achieving. Allow yourself to rest here in the beauty of this present moment. And then you can bring your arms out to a T. And then just drop your knees to the right and the left, windshield wipering your legs. Going as fast or as slow. This feels good for you. And then let your knees fall to the right. And if you lift your chest, see if you can get your left knee in line with your left hip. And then your left foot goes out to the side. Then we're gonna bring our right foot on top of the left knee, and then just allow our knees to fall down towards the mat. Feeling that nice opening along the left hip, side body. Breathing here, soaking in the present moment. And then release your right foot down to the mat. Windshield wiper your legs over to the left. Lift your chest and your gaze. Make sure your right knee is in line with your right hip. The inside of your right foot is down onto the mat. And then lift your left foot on top of your right knee and allow your legs to fall down to the mat. Breathe here. And then slowly release your left foot down. Walk your right foot in. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's grab for behind the knees. And then hug your forehead up towards your knees. Get small. Contract all of your muscles. Roll into the tiniest little ball. Take an inhale. And then exhale, release your legs to the bottom of your mat. Allow the feet to fall away from one another. Come into the magic that is Shavasana. Allow your head to melt into the mat. Release through your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks. Come down to your shoulders. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you a little bit to prop up your chest. Another little heart opener. Allow everything to fall into the mats. Allow yourself to feel supported by the surface underneath you. And savor the stillness that is Shavasana for the next minute or so. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for however long you would like, or if you're ready to invite in movement, you can do so by moving through the toes and the fingers, your ankles, your wrists. Then extend that into the full body stretch, pointing the toes, sending the hands and the arms behind you. Breathing in. Exhale, releasing out. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. And then allow your knees to fall to the right. Use your right bicep as a nice pillow. Bring your left hand in front of your chest. I invite you to bring in as much compassion, love, empathy, forgiveness as you can today. Throughout the rest of the week. And get out of your head and get into your heart as much as possible. Push up to a seat on your mat in Sukhasana. our easy sitting pose. Join our hands at our hearts, and let's take our 3 deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale, release through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. With much love and light, I bow to you. Namaste.